Hi, this is Cara from karamariaananda.com, and I'm excited to share with you now a quick, simple way on how to create Pinterest images for your blog with Canva. Now, canva.com is a free online graphic design tool that is really awesome, and I've been using it for years, and it's really wonderful for creating Pinterest images. So this is my Pinterest, and you can see that when you look at the profile up here, they are featuring the board of my choice, which is my University for Visionary Women's Leadership board, and they're showing all the pins from that board. I could actually change this to show all the pins that I've been pinning, but I don't want to do that because I share other people's pins as well as pinning some of my own, like here. But here we have this wonderful place to feature your pins and the ones that are specifically related to your business in your business related and brand related boards, which you can also feature right here in the featured boards. You can feature 5 of your boards, which I would have as the first 5 boards that people would see if they went to your board page here too, and that have pins that are engaging and that encourage other people to repin them and to bring people back to your site and to your blog posts. So here you can see that my University for Visionary Women's Leadership board is not only the board that's featured at the top of my profile, it's the first of my 5 featured boards. And when you come here, you're going to see that it was the first board on my board page, and people can find all these pins that I've created that will take them to different blog posts or pages on my website. And ideally, I want to create beautiful pins and have them on my website. So not only will Pinterest bring traffic to my website from the people who might find my pins that I'm sharing on my Pinterest page and boards, but that these are ones that other people who are active Pinterest users, when they're looking through my website and looking at a blog post, will want to repin. So as you can see, I am really trying to use large text that really stands out. And when you're looking at Pinterest, a lot of people are looking on their phones, or even here on the computer, you can see that they're showing me very small images. So having larger text and having it stand out with bright colors can help your pins to be more pinnable and to encourage more Pinterest activity from other people pinning these pins from your website. So I use canva.com, and here I've just upgraded to Canva 2.0, which is their new system. You can still use Canva 1.0 if you want to upgrade. I don't know how quickly they're rolling this out to everybody, but you'll probably have Canva looking like this pretty soon if you don't already. And if you have the option, upgrade because it's really cool. It has some nice new features. So here you can see it's going to show you all the different pins. And if there's a pin that I like and I want to recreate a similar pin, once I've already created it, I click here and I make a copy, and a new copy pops up. And then I would click on that and make a template. But if I'm just getting started, what do I want to do? Well, you can go here and you can find the templates for whatever kind of thing you want. But sometimes their templates aren't always the size that you really want. So although you can go here and you can look up Pinterest graphic, it's going to show you that they're going to give you a template for a 735 pixel by 1102 pixel size, which used to be most recommended for Pinterest. But currently Pinterest has updated and changed their algorithm a little bit. And what they're saying is that they really want 2 to 3 images. So I have found that the images that are looking best for me on Pinterest are ones that are 800 by 1200 pixels. So what we want to do is you want to go to custom dimensions here, and you're going to put in 800 by 1200, which is dimensions of 2 to 3 pixels, and create new design. So then now that you've created that, save that. So with its name, so you're going to do best pin template size 800 by 1200, and then save that. So that's going to be there. You're going to know what that size is in the future. Now they are going to show you all of these templates. I don't use their templates because when you look at the templates, they're really beautiful and they look like they should be magazine covers. But you can see this text is really small and hard to read. And this is actually about the size that people are seeing when they're looking and browsing Pinterest on their phone. So what I immediately will do is I will go and upload my own images and just create a background. Now you can get stock photos, you can use your own photos or you can use stock photos, and I highly recommend for brand images is to join a professional stock photo membership with a professional photographer and find one that kind of fits into your niche. So like you could look up like feminine entrepreneur stock photos, you could look up whatever it is that relates to you and your business. So then what you do is you just click here and you upload your images to Canva. Super easy like that. And I downloaded these images earlier to use for this demonstration. So they pop up right here, and then you have a gallery of saved images that you can use that stay in Canva for whatever image you're working on. So here, I'm going to use this one and look at that. That's awesome. So, oh, that was still uploading. I have to wait for it to finish uploading. So let's just delete it and do it again to make sure that it has it when I go to save it later. Okay, great. So now I want to add my words on top of this. If you just do text, the text is not going to stand out very well. You really want to stand out. So here's the little trick that's really key. You go to Elements, and you want to go to Shapes, and you choose the square shape. Now you can change this dimension, and so you can stretch it out to the sides, or I just do beyond the sides. And then you click on your text and just add a text box. And then you can write in your text. You can choose here your font. I have some saved fonts because I have a Canva Pro account. And that's a really cool feature. Pro accounts are not necessary. I had a free account for years, but I recently updated to a pro account, which I really like because it can save your brand fonts and colors, and it makes it faster, and you can do some other really cool features as well. So now that I got this bigger, I'm gonna make it's too big. Okay, here we go. So this pen is my sample pen for you, and it's gonna be top tips for Florida vacations. I just wanted to make up something for our demo. So you want your title on your Pinterest pin of your blog post. That way people can save the pin and they can use your blog post as a reference. And you want to make sure that it has keywords in it that are related to your post. Like here it says tips for Florida vacations. If I wanted to go to Florida on vacation, which sounds great, then I would probably look up like tips for like families for going on, going to Florida or something like that. So now this is pretty cool, but I'm noticing this is not totally white. So you can go here, you just click on whatever part you want to change, and then you can go here. I'm going to do white to make this really stand out. And then I'm noticing that this font is kind of thin for this. I really want it to stand out even more. Choosing a thicker font and choosing to write in capital letters is really good for Pinterest images. So we want our words to stick out, to be bold, to be capitalized, and to contrast well with the background. So here we go. There we go. Make it a little bigger. You want it to be as big as possible, but to still leave room for a border around the edge here, because that white space all around it, white space helps other things to stand out. So then I will resize the background to fit the way that the text fit. I will center that, and then you can also add your logo for branding. Now I have a folder because I have a pro account with my logos. You could just upload your logo here too. But if I wanted to brand this with my university logo, I just click on my logo, which is transparent in whatever color I wanted it to be, and move it so that it stands out and is readable, and there's a nice contrast, like right there is good. So here, if I was creating a blog post for top tips for Florida vacations, this would really stand out if it was small. You can test it out by making it small and see, this is really readable. If this came across my Pinterest feed, I would know that this was going to give me tips for Florida vacations. I would know exactly what it was about. I'd be able to read it, and I would see that this would be a valuable resource. So then once you're done, that was super easy, and then you just click down here and download it. You can download it as a ping, or you can download it as a JPEG, but I recommend ping, works really good for me for my blog, and then download. And there you go. And it pops right up, and then you can add that to your blog post, and then it's a wonderful pinnable image. Now that is the basic format that I use for making my blog posts, have images in them that are very pinnable. And you can always go back, like recently I went back to, this was an older blog post, and I made a new pin for it because I saw that this old blog post was getting a lot of shares. And I was like, wow, I really want to create a pin that stands out even more. So I went and did that and then added it to my blog post. So if you go to my blog post, you're going to find that pin. It's easy. People swipe over it. A little pin it button says pin, save here. And if somebody is a Pinterest user, they're going to recognize this as a really great pinnable image that then they can go and save this article and share it online. So that's our goal, to create beautiful images that are going to stand out so that you can share your knowledge and get your blog post to be shared on Pinterest. Because as you can see here, I pin my blog post images onto Pinterest, but if you go to my activity page here, these are the pins that people saved from my website. So these are like not just pins that people are resharing from me, they're pins that people are active blog posts on my website that people are pinning to Pinterest from, which is really cool. So I hope you see the value here in how to make really easy pins and how to make them stand out by making them a ratio of 2 to 3. I recommend 800 by 1200 pixels by creating your own custom dimension pin, uploading your photo, and then adding your text on top of that using capital letters and bolded fonts to make it really stand out, and then branding it with your logo. Save, add that to your blog, pin it to Pinterest, and see your web visitors grow. Thank you so much. Take care.